Hello, this is Godo. Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions Remastered. Today, we are going to be probably getting ready to set up our Chaotic Infusion Crafter dealy-doo, whatever they're called. Between episodes, I went ahead and I just built this multi-block here. I needed it for getting radon chickens, so I just built this alchemical matter infuser multi-block here. We've had the stuff to make this for a while, and I've actually pulled it up and looked at it on camera a few times. It's a pretty simple multi-block. Well, it's actually kind of interesting because these two pillars, these are actually the item inputs. Each recipe uses one or two item inputs, and then it also uses 0, 1, or 2 fluids. So these side blocks and the back blocks, those can be fluid output hatches, and then one of them has to be your output bus for your output. So you put the items up here on the pedestals, you put your fluids in the fluid hatches, and then it spits out an item wherever your output hatches. Kind of straightforward, standard fare. So over here in the back, here we have the recipe. It goes into this buffer. The buffer directs the fluids to the 2 fluid hatches, and then the item is directed to the pedestals. And it doesn't matter what goes where as long as all of the ingredients are in the multi-block at the same time. And I went ahead and built 2 of them because it allowed us to wall share part of the multi-block here, even though this part that we're wall sharing isn't really that expensive. I guess the most annoying thing would be this this nitor, which even then, I mean, nitor is not like very difficult to make, right? Nitor. What's the default nitor? The yellow one? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty easy to make, right? So, but still, we shared some of the components of the multi-block there. And the reason we have 2 is because some of these components take a program circuit. So we look here in the alchemical matter infuser recipes. There are circuits, or there are recipes that require 1 circuit and a recipe that require 2 circuits. And they use kind of the same inputs, but they give different outputs, so that's why you need 2 different circuits. However, this is not the kind of circuit where we can update using a program circuit card, so that's why we have 2 different circuits. And these controllers have a slot specifically for the controller. So this is my alchemical matter infuser with circuit 1, and that one's for circuit 2. So I haven't actually automated anything in the circuit 2 one. I only automated the reliquary nebulous heart because we needed that for radon chicken. Went ahead and made the radon chicken off camera, bred it up to 10, 10, 10. The usual fare, you know, using our 2 pieces of plutonium that we got last episode. And they've been churning away at plutonium. Let's see how our plutonium is doing. Plutonium, not plutonium, radon. Radon egg. Oh, they're actually churning away quite fast at it. Or, well, they've been making it. We're churning away fast at it because we are processing it in an advanced chemical reactor over here. The EV one, just to speed it up. This is making 50 liters of radon every 40 seconds because we're doing it in an EV chemical reactor. So I should probably make another set of those guys because we are actually going to we're actually gonna run out of radon before we've even processed all we need. So let me just grab my radon chicken breeding pair over here really quick and just make 16 more of them. This will only take a few moments. Whoops. Go back in there. Alright, there we go. And we got another stack of radon chickens. I was kind of thinking, like, I know there's a setting that sets how big of stacks you're allowed to have in these chicken houses and how fast they produce stuff and how fast the roost collector is and all that. It's like we can just keep spamming them, and our constraint is just kind of our space, but like space is infinite, so you know, for convenience purposes, just so we don't have like so many gassy chickens, for instance, just sitting around, I was thinking potentially to what's it called? Potentially to just have them be like, just put the setting to make them generate stuff faster, because why wouldn't I just make more chickens? They're so easy to duplicate. And I'm also thinking over here, I would like to speed this process up. So let me grab my wireless terminal, which is MIA apparently. Oh no, I remember what I did with it. I put it in a machine to charge because it was getting low battery. Anyways, once I handle this, we're going to get to today's main focus. So I wanted to grab a piece of glowstone and translocators. I'm just going to pop down here, stick this on there, stick that there, and put a piece of glowstone there. I don't remember why I didn't use this setup before. I feel like it was having some kind of issue, perhaps. But this is much faster than the conveyor belt I had on here. So if I want to, like, cash out all of the eggs that are sitting in here, because the roost is ever so slightly slower than how fast the chickens actually make eggs, just speed that up, and yep, that just sucks out all of the items much more quickly. Like, look at that. Pretty good, right? And, like, those aren't generating any faster. They were just generating faster over the course of however long. And now that this is all caught up with all of the loot that was just sitting here and all of these roosts, it's like, all right, it's gonna keep going. Maybe I did that for lag, I don't know. Or maybe it just wasn't behaving with the drawers. I had this not behaving with the drawers before over at the Nightmare Chicken stuff as well. Or the Nightmare, what's it called? The Infinity Grain Farm? But anyways, so today we wanted to do the next step to getting into our next major progression point, which is the Quantum Eye to make fusion crafting, the fusion crafting from Draconic Evolution. So, in order to do that, we needed, what is it that we needed again? Oh yeah, these guys. I bookmarked them. There we go. So we needed 8 of these, and the quest book's going to give us 4 more, and then we need 1 of these. So in total, we need 9 of these draconic cores. So I already set up all the recipes to automate these. So can we make 9 of them? We can actually go ahead and make 9 of them. But before I do that, let me get a quantum eye. I want to make just 1 because and it crafts up here. It's a pretty slow recipe, so I'm going to give it a tick of a speed boost. I want to make 1 because of this quest right here, just to take 1 quantum eye, get 1 quantum eye. And as far as processing the, let's see, it said something in the chemistry chapter. Yep, get quantum eye. Okay. So there's 2 quests for quantum eye. So quest complete here. We get a radon gas cell. I will just stick that in our storage immediately. That's like 20 free cycles on our chemical reactor we don't have to do. There's also what is this? I don't know why this line is backwards here, but this quest for some uranium processing stuff. These quests have like not been oh, thank you. I didn't even know there was a cell up here. A quest up there. Anyways, these quests have not been updated because there's also styrene butadiene rubber, which we're gonna need. There's PBI, which I forget the full name of, that we're also gonna need. So there's some more complicated processing steps in here than this. We never even did charcoal byproducts. Kind of funny, actually. But anyways, we have gotten that now. And we have our radon eye. Oh, and there was another radon eye from this chapter in space. So let's take that one. Quantum eye, rather. So now we can go ahead and do our fusion crafting core. Or rather, I can go ahead and craft this one, right? It's just going to craft up a draconic core. I think there's a quest for that as well. Yeah, quest complete draconic core. It's down there in this chapter over here. Oh, hey, we get 4 of them for free? Oh, thank you. I'll also take this what's it called? This trophy. It looks cool. Here, we can update our AE2 trophy now. Any other trophies we haven't claimed here recently? Oh yeah, the Astral Sorcery one. Let's go ahead and put these in storage. No other trophies here. We're gonna get there soon. Prime artifacts for Euclides Prime. Euclides? I don't know, whatever, man. English isn't my first language. So I can say. Anyways. Let me go ahead and bookmark that again, because I took it off the bookmark, and we can craft that. There we go. There's our fusion crafting core. Now all we need is chaotic fusion crafting injectors. We need 8 of these guys. But, oh no, we're missing something. That's right, we're missing 16 nether stars. Oh, and we're also missing star metal ingot. Star metal ingot's not an issue. Just going over here really quick. Star metal ingot. Let me get the correct ingot. Here we go, this one. We do 8x in our furnace, so furnace. Okay, so star metal ingot is done. Now, we need to do nether star farming. So I could just go kill the nether 16 more times, but I kind of don't want to do that. It's a little insufferable, so instead, I would like to actually automate it. So for automating the nether, the wither, rather, I feel like I would like to use another setup in a compact machine. And I am thinking right now, so the wither setup that we build, it is, when you build a wither cage, you build it up 3 blocks plus 1. So I think a 5x5x5 compact machine would be just fine. So compact machine, we don't have one currently, so let's make one. Compact machine, we can make a small compact machine that is 5x5x5. Because what kind do we have? I think for our infinity grain one, we use a large one. How are these bigger ones anyways? There's a 9x9. It just uses compact machine walls. Okay. These are kind of annoying to mass craft though, to be fair. Then the 11x11 uses a diamond block in the middle, and then the 18x18, not 18, geez, 13x13 uses an emerald block. I mean, this is all relatively cheap, to be honest, but I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the smaller one. I don't want to use a giant room when we don't need one. Block of iron, let's grab one. And then we're also going to need a pearl. All right. Really quickly whip this together. Not like that, but close enough. All right. Compact machine cooking up. Can I accelerate this process? I mean, I don't know. I like accelerated all of the scanners and that didn't accelerate it. Whatever's actually doing the crafting here must be something here in the middle that you can't interact with. Anyways, there's our small compact machine. This is where we're going to be setting up our wither killer, and I'm going to make a wither spawner. Wither builder, actually, is what it's called. I built this like a long time ago with our initial wither star, a nether star that we got from like the first wither we killed. Or maybe it was the second one. But anyways, let's go in here. Yep, this is all the space we're going to need. So we're going to put this in here. Basically, this is going to deploy a wither like that. Oh, we need to like turn it though. Let's see. Can't help but notice that you are not turning the way I need you to turn. Put it from that angle, perhaps? Nope. Okay, so you know what? We're just gonna work with what it's giving us and just put it over there. So the compact machine walls are actually indestructible here. So what we're gonna be doing is basically using the nether-proof blocks we did, which was fused quartz, right? Fused quartz is what did we try to use? Was it hardened glass or fused quartz that was wither resistant? Yeah, actually, I just checked on what's it called? Just Googled it really quick. It is in fact hardened glass. So let me quickly put together one of these. This was an alloy smelter, right? Alloy smelter. I don't know if we're going to need any more right now, so let's go in here and kind of build out our cage. So this is going to go like this, and we're going to just have a spectre coil in here to power this thing. Doesn't take a ridiculous amount of power. I think it costs like 50,000 RF every time it spawns the wither. We're also going to need a tunnel to put the stuff into this guy. So let me... is that how we want to do it? I'm going to just plan to have a tunnel in there. So let me grab tunnel. Just grab a couple of tunnels. We'll be out when we need to collect the rest of our stuff, but go ahead and toss it in here. Double check that our area is still the same. Yep, okay. In fact, since our area is the same, I'm just going to go ahead and continue building. I'm going to be making a solid box around it, and that should contain the explosion, so that when the wither is built, it does not spill out with the explosion. Wow, we had like the perfect amount of glass. Cool. So when that wither spawns in there, it should just die instantly. Oh, I forgot the part that's going to actually kill it instantly. We're going to be going similar to how we did with our Grains of Infinity. We're going to come up here and we're going to have a ritual of culling once again. So that the wither's going to die. And I think we also need to have some extra will in the chunk. Let me see if it says that anywhere. Where is the wither farm? Hold on one second. Okay, just once again Googled it, and according to what I saw, you need some destructive will in your chunk to get the wither to be able to be killed. So let's get some destructive will crystals. Whoa, not that many. And then I'm just gonna borrow the destructive will demon crucible, and we're gonna have that inside of our compact machine. Let's get a ritual stone, master ritual stone, some ritual stones here. I need a few more, okay. And then we need a blood altar because that's why, yeah, you need a blood altar. All right, so this entire compact machine is inside of this chunk, so we don't really matter where we put our demon crucible. Let me just go ahead and stick it in here, and all right, there we go. I don't think it's going to deplete the will over time. Like, I think the will is just, like, set. So let's come over here. Where we place this ritual isn't super important. I'm just going to set it slightly off-center, like, so it's kind of above where the wither is. And then we should be able to grab our ritual diviner. What is this? Oh, we don't want that in here. Let's find our ritual of culling. I love this interface. Here we go. Does this look correct? I think that's the whole ritual, yeah. Just to be safe, let me move it up one more block over here just to make sure it doesn't have any bits that are hanging off lower. Nope, nothing's hanging off lower. Okay. So I'm going to put it back here. We're going to go ahead and spam click to assemble it. Did I run out of ritual stones? What's wrong here? Oh, the dang old demon crucible's in the way. Okay. Just move that up here for now. And keep clicking. All right. I'm going to hit it with the activation ritual. Oh, thank you. I forgot that strikes lightning there. And then we just need to put our blood altar, and that should be active, and this should be ready to go. I'm actually going to take this back inside the bottom half of this compact machine, just so I can grab it here when I'm done. But I'm just going to leave this here. I want to make sure that it doesn't consume will. If it does consume will, I mean, that's not the end of the world. We'll just have to bring some will from outside. Okay, but that area where the wither spawn should be fully contained. So let's go ahead and bring some wither skeleton skulls and soul sand in here and give it a go. I'm also gonna bring some of these healing fragments because that hurt when the altar blew up. So wither skeleton skulls, we only have 18. Soul sand we have plenty of. How is our blood network? Because our... Well, it's a little empty right now because I just drained the whole thing, isn't it? Let's go ahead and speed this up so we can top it off a little bit. Get my divination sigil to make sure that we are... Oh, we're like capped. Okay, so minor concern. When you kill the wither, it uses 25,000 LP, so we want to make sure we can kill him. We're going to have enough stuff to kill him 40 times if we want, but for now, let's just do 1 and cross our fingers that it works. Okay. So that happened. Did I put the tunnel there? I forgot if I put the tunnel in there. I'm gonna leave the loot there for a second. Let me just grab an item collector. If the wither dies that fast, like, we have nothing to worry about. Let me grab a chest to collect the items. And I'm just going to put this here. I think this should be able to reach the items over there, no problem. Oh, it can't reach the items on the far side, huh? Okay, let's move it to the, let's move it to this side here. And then I'll put the item collector inside of here so that it's, like, as close as it can be, realistically. I guess I could also just have my chest, like, in the middle of the room, but, like, I don't know. Alright, so even if the weather explodes, like, nothing should happen. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and... I'm forgetting if I put a tunnel under there. Let me go ahead and put a tunnel here. So this is down, up, north, south, west, east. Okay, so there's no tunnel under there because that would have given us a different direction. Let's go ahead and set... I'm going to set this as up because I kind of like up to be like the input, like we input to the top of the block, and this is going to be down for the output. So, whoops. Put it in there one more time. So up, put our wither killer back in here, put our spectre coil back on there. And I'm going to show you this, and it's going to be, like, kind of funny, actually, how it's really that easy. Wither's automated. I don't think we need this in here anymore. How about let's kill a good handful of withers, and then I'll come back and make sure this is still in here. And if it's still in here and it still has the will, I think we're good. So let's get out of here. Where's my shrinking device? Okay. So this is how easy this is, right? You ready for this? We where should I have this? I guess, like, this compact machine, we could actually do it next to this compact machine. Yeah, let me go and change this to west inside of the compact machine. So our output's going to be on the west. Okay. So then I can have an item conduit here. So let me grab a chest, and then let me grab a interface. Stick our interface right here. Gonna wrench it into the compact machine to make sure the drops don't go anywhere weird. And let's make a program circuit for the Nether star. This is just like such a funny program, what's it called? Thing to make here. So Nether star is made with 4 soul sand. And can you put 4 of them, please? Oh my god. It is not letting me put 4. There we go. 4 soul sand and 3 wither skeleton skulls. That's how you make a wither, right? And that gives you another star, so easy. And this is going to be in here. We don't need this to be visible on the interface terminal. We also don't really need this one to be visible, but we'll keep it. Did I never name this one? This is our precision assembler here. Where's our quartz knife? Here it is. Precision assembler compact. And this is our wither compact. And yep, it's really gonna be this easy. So like watch this, right? Let me put this on brown temporarily, or red. So there's the loot from our first kill, right? Let's just go and be like, yo, Nether star, give me like 32 Nether stars. Oh, we're missing wither skeleton skulls. Uh-oh, hold on. Wither skeleton skulls. We can make those in the alchemical matter infuser. How about that? So let's go ahead and make this recipe. Oh, whoops, we gotta do it up here. That, or we gotta make it by hand. Oh yeah, this is one of those recipes that it does not like to be shift clicked in. So wither skeleton skull, it makes 8 of them with essence of knowledge, 40 of this. Just double checking, 40 of that. Can I bookmark this? Does not seem to want to let me bookmark those recipes. Okay. So, essence of knowledge, and then 100 unstable mana. And then the pristine wither skull. So, unstable mana, 100 of these. Encode that pattern, and this goes into the program circuit 2 machine. So let's go to... What the heck? Did I do something when I right-clicked it? No, it didn't do anything. Okay, so this goes in infuser 2. So now we can also make wither skeleton skulls on demand. So let's just go and get some nether stars. How about 32 of them? Sounds good. Yeah, easy, right? And what's happening over here? Yep, this is this is that's as easy as it is. We should probably also upgrade our item conduit here, because I do be making a lot of items though. There we go. Wither star automated, just like that. Pretty easy. Let's go ahead and set this to extract on green. That's going to be going into that interface. Okay, this chest we don't need here. I was just doing it so we could see the loot. Let's go ahead and put all of the loot in the system. Oh, I better also go check if our wheel is okay in here. Yeah, our wheel doesn't seem to be changing. There's a wheel gauge, right? A wheel or a gauge? Not convinced that we need one. So just gonna go ahead and leave this place. If something goes wrong, it goes wrong in there. It doesn't go wrong out here, so not my problem. But hey, we got all 32 of our Nether stars. It really was just that easy. Alright, and I return the extra wills here. Great. Automated the wither in like 20 minutes. That's pretty great. I wanted to grab some of these really quick for that item conduit here so that it can move more items. Probably 8 of them is sufficient. That lets it move like 32 items per tick, and I think each wither makes like about that much, so. I put my healing fragments away. Put this loot away. Put these tools away. This one I like on my tool belt, and this one I like on my tool belt. Okay. And that tool put away. Great. All right. We can now proceed with the chaotic infuser. Let's make 8 of those. Oh, resonant ender. Oh, jeez. Of all the things to forget to teach my system of how to make resonant ender, ends up being what I forgot there. Chaotic infuser. Craft away, please. I've already crafted the circuit, so that should be pretty quick. Let's see what all it's going to be doing here. So the infused diamonds are going to take not too long. Those are doing parallels across all of my assembly machines. We're doing some HV machine casing, so it has to do a lot of stainless steel plates. Those are going to take a little bit. Energized glowstone, it's making for the infused diamonds. Oh, I should actually... Can we accelerate this one? Yeah. I want to accelerate this one because I wanted to start crafting the ingots in the electric blast furnace. What are we waiting for here? Star metal. Why is star metal not crafting? Star metal. Where did I put the star metal ingot? Hold on, what's the problem with star metal ingot? It says star metal ingot crafting 16, but like where is it crafting them though? Did this run? Star metal pattern is definitely here. And we definitely have one channel. That's all that this is using. Oh, also, I don't think I showed it, but the setup we had outside over here, before we were just running it off a channel willy-nilly that was like underneath the titanium EBF, I rerouted the cable over here so that we have a dense cable send the 4 channels this setup's using over there, and then this still gets its 5 channels, so. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened to star metal. Let's cancel our craft and figure it out, because it pushed the stardust somewhere. Oh, wait a second. Star metal. It made this kind of star metal. Okay. So let me go change the pattern really quick. And can we use the star metal actually? No, we cannot use the star metal. Like if we put this in the extruder, it's not going to work, is it? Just bolt extruder. Yeah, it doesn't like the star metal. Okay, so for some reason it makes the Grugtic star metal, and then all the recipes are on the Astral Sorcery star metal for whatever reason. In order to fix that, we're just going to get the star metal recipe here. And I'm going to change it to use... creates that kind of ingot instead. And then this is used to make that. Okay. All right, and then let's go back into our furnace. Whoops. Furnace. And stick that in there, and we should be good now. Star metal ingot. Let me just make 17 of them. Yeah, I mean, that should be fine, right? All right, let's go back to our chaotic fusion injectors. 8 of those. So now it's able to do the star metal screws, which is what it needs to put together these crystal matrix ingots, which are cooked in the EBF. So, oh, they take a minute each, and we need 16 of them. So it's going to take 8 minutes for these to cook up in our dual EBF. That's going to be a minute, like eight of them. So let me see what we can do in the meantime. Could just pause, but I'm thinking keep it rolling here. What can we do in the meantime? We could farm more withers, but I mean, we don't really need nether stars in that kind of quantity. Let's see what we can do with nether stars. Nether star on toast. Sounds delectable. EV field generator. Ender star. What does the ender star do? Ender star is used for crafting recipes. It's used for infinity boots and wings of the bats. Is that like a creative flight kind of thing, maybe? I don't know. That could be useful to have. What else can we use? We can use it to make create a builder's wand. Grand Tartar gem. I already actually have one of those over here. I upgraded our Tartar gem a few episodes ago when I was doing all the wheel stuff over there, so don't need to make that. Some blood magic rituals I don't understand. Some crafting over here. Oh yeah, what is our Euclides Prime? What does our Euclides Prime token take? I have no idea what this stuff is. We can't actually make this because we can't make this machine. I'm not sure what the wizardry halo does exactly. We've already made this. We don't really need that right now. Void Siphon? I'm not sure what that is. Wither Skeleton Skull? We don't really need it. Apparently the Wither Star has Aurum on it. Okay, I wouldn't be my first option. Oh, mana pylons. We can use nether stars instead of the Aurium gems. And we needed mana pylons. So let me actually go ahead and cook these up. We needed mana pylons for something. Aurium gems have any other use? No. Okay. So let's cook up these. I know we have 2 Aurium gems upstairs. Rose, gold, screws. Oh, no. That's an EBF recipe, and our EBFs are very busy here. Let me jump in front of our current EBF recipe. Oh gosh, the item bus is in the way. Well, hopefully it snuck in there. Based on the fact that it didn't say recipe complete, I'm going to say it did not sneak in there. How can we... I'm trying to think, how can I sneak in front of the EBF recipe here? I guess I could just, like, turn this extraction off temporarily. But it currently has enough in there to do one more recipe. So one of these will start crafting the next crystalline ingot. That's what they're called, right? Crystal matrix ingot. One of them is going to start crafting the next ingot, and then our rose gold ingot is going to sneak in there. Because it should be down here at the moment, right? Yes. Okay. So here it is. It snuck in on the right side. All right, then let's go fix our fluid duct up here. And that should be back to crafting the matrix ingot. Perfect. Okay, so rose gold. We need to turn you into a bolt. Gonna just turn off auto output so I can grab the bolt because we're gonna immediately come over here and drop it in the lathe, which I'm also gonna grab immediately. What is bubbling over here? Dang old lava is so noisy. Oh, I've ran into the wall on accident. Okay, illumination powder, we need 16 of those. And then we have mana steel plates. We're going to need more than we currently have. Let me just put half of them here and put half of them here. I was like, what is this processing again? Oh yeah, radon. There's our mana steel plates. All right, we are good to make our mana pylons. Gonna grab 2 of these gems. I guess we have 3 of them, so I'm just going to save the Nether star for now. Let's go ahead, throw this in here, and then get our wand. Toss that in there, accelerate it a little bit. All right, go ahead and make those 3, and then make the one with the Nether star. All right, and the reason we made those is because, whoops, we need those to make Gaia pylons. So we've already made our Natura pylons. Is there a quest for Gaia pylon? Because last time I made Natura pylons, I got scammed because I got a free one, and now I have an extra Natura pylon I have no use for. All right, Gaia, not Gaia, Elementum. I mean, we do have Elementum here, but like, it's the armor that I found in dungeons. It's not actually anything I can use. All right, so let's get some pixie dust is mana pearls, and elementum is, we gotta make this elementum, I guess. 2 mana steel. Okay, so we need 16 mana steel, and then we need orb. Not orb, what's it called? Pearl. 8 mana pearls. What is going on over here? What are we craft? Oh, what are these 300-second recipes? Oh my gosh. Buddy, what the heck? Like, I'm sorry, what is this recipe that they're doing? 5-minute recipe? Matrix ingot? Oh, the chaotic infuser takes 5 minutes. Okay. I'm just going to speed up one of these so that it can kind of chug through, and then the mana pearls can get in there. Also going to come over here and speed this guy up, because unstable mana is rather slow to craft. Oh, jeez, this is such a backup right here. Can I just so that one's almost done. This one just like started, but this has a battery, so I'll go ahead and speed this one up. This one does not have a battery. Whoops. I just wasted a bunch of time on that battery. This one I'm going to take a cell and just like move the Eye of Ender to a different assembler, which is now busy, so never mind, I'm gonna move it here. Alright. How's our pearl situation now? They should have mostly gotten crafted in the assembler that was available. This one will be available momentarily, and I think that's the last mana pearl we need. Alright, there's our mana pearls. Let's go and trade these really quick. Alright, and then trade the pearls as well. Alright, pixie dust and elementum gotten. We need the Botania elementum, so let me convert that. And then we just make our pylons. Alright, there we go. Make our pylons, heck yeah. What are we with Gaia pylons? I forget, but it's something about fighting a boss, which we are now able to do because we got our Gaia pylons. I don't actually see a quest. Oh, wait, hold on. Kill 1 Guardian of Gaia. we need to make a water rune first, and then we can do that quest chain over there. Alright. Throw these over here. Water runes. Oh, we have water rune. Okay, can you just give us the quest then? Thank you. I'm not sure what Guardian of Gaia needs to spawn. I'm gonna have to remember what that ritual takes, but it's basically like a mini boss fight that we do. I don't remember if it's something that we're gonna need a dedicated space for, like before we had our little platform for the, what was it, the glitches? So that'll be something we do next time. How's our crafting over here looking? Very close to done. I'm gonna shove you back in here. We're gonna accelerate that one. That one's pretty much done. How is our EBFs? EBFs are done, so this is our last recipe right here. Alright, there we go. Chaotic Fusion Crafters. All done. Fusion Chamber. Alright. Oh man, there was 2 free diamond lattices in here. Oh well. The diamond lattice is not the expensive part anyways. And then some stuffed duck. I don't care about the stuffed duck right now. Let's go back to our space chapter. We are getting our last 4 chaotic chambers. Now we are imminent on this. We need atomic alloys. I don't think we have automated. Yeah, let's automate those really quick. Atomic alloy, chrome foil, and PTFE. Okay. Assembler. How are we on chrome foil? Actually, we have enough, so we're good on those. Let me go ahead and I can make a pattern for Euclides Prime artifact, and then just gonna toss it over here in our multi-block maker, and just say, hey, give me all the stuff for that, please. We're missing 1 piece of moon turf. I'm gonna go to the moon and get it really quick. Let's see. I'm not gonna grab my spacesuit. We're gonna be fine for like 10 seconds on the moon without oxygen. How am I gonna get home though? We'll be fine. Apologies for the nausea. Oh, we can't mine, huh? Can I mine with a better drill? Nope, we cannot mine. Okay, get out of here. I have made a grave mistake. Oh gosh, where's our Nova? Get out of here. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Always wear your spacesuit in outer space. Apologies for the shaking around, but at least it's only a little bit here. Alright, turf. Go ahead and grab a bunch of that. Yep, I think that's sufficient. Let's go back to our astral platform, put our armor away. Oop, no, the whole thing. There you go. Okay. Alright, that wasn't annoying and a half. Just to get 1 item. Alright, go ahead and craft up the stuff. Demonic slates are crafting. Right, that might take a second because we used all our blood killing the wither. How much blood do we have left at the moment? Like, how close did we get to running out of blood? Where's our slate? Here it is. Our sigil, rather. And we use like 3/4 of our blood. Not terrible. Alright, our slates are crafting up. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want it to accidentally overshoot the craft and then not pull out the item in time. Because I don't want to sit there and babysit it, frankly. I feel like I can accelerate that one more tick. Yep, okay. Got our alloys done and got our Euclides Prime artifact done. Okay, that was pretty quick. Didn't require too much annoying stuff here. We're not going to need another one of those, so let me just scrap that. Okay. And then we need to put the crafting together. So for this, how much energy do these hold? I don't know if I want to... Don't use that in here. Oh my god, that was close. I don't know if I want to hook this up to our main power line because I don't know how much power it uses, so... Also, just doesn't seem to accept power from this, so... We might need to hook it up to an OG power line. Where's our converter? Converter. You have an MV converter? How about I just use some coils instead? Because we can make coils, no problem. If I re-automate the coils anyways. Not this kind of coil either. This kind of coil. So let's make some of these guys. It's a fluid recipe. Whoops. I always put the fluid recipe down there. Getting tired of doing that. I don't think we have these lenses automated. Yeah, and we are going to need more, so let me automate the lens. That's a regular crafting recipe. Spectre ingots, I don't think we have automated either. Let's see, this one saves on ectoplasm, but it's like an inconsequential amount of ectoplasm to begin with. So I don't think we're making a mass amount of these, so I am fine just using this recipe. Let's get some more patterns in this terminal. Do we have everything else we need to automate this? I think so. So let's make some coils. I didn't put it in the dangle thing over here yet. The assembly. So 12 coils, please. These should, I imagine, craft up pretty quickly. Yeah, our bottleneck is the redstone melting. Alright, our coils are done. Let us do Draconic Evolution fusion crafting. So in order to do this, we don't need a big space, and this is probably going to be a temporary setup. But you basically point your fusion crafters Does it not accept power until we start a craft? Is that the issue? Whatever. We have already made the coils, so... You basically put your fusion crafters at a... Point them at the crafting core, like this. And then you put all your items in here. I guess if we end up having to do a lot of these later, I will automate it, because doing this by hand is kind of annoying. Yep, you gotta put one item at a time, because if you put a whole stack, it will take the whole stack, but like we need the separated stacks. Very annoying. Alright, plop, plop, and then what else do we need over here? The stellar alloys. Plop, 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 plop. Okay, and then we can start the recipe. Alright, there it goes. I guess it only takes power while it is crafting, so the amount of power it uses depends on the recipe. And we are upkeeping the power need, no problem. Alright, here we go. Watch the craft finish up. Alright, there we go. There's our Euclides Prime artifact. Let's go. I'm going to leave this setup over here for now. I don't know when we'll need it. Whoa, this is a trippy item. Alright, what do we do with this guy? Well, first of all, we can get our new Euclides Prime artifact, which I am... Do I want to put this on display? I mean, it looks pretty sick. I'm just a little worried if it's going to cause some kind of weird graphical display issue nonsense. All right, so how do we use this? So to use this, oh, we're going to need another one later. Great. To use this, we need to go to our space station. So let's do that. And we're going to imminently be hopping on another planet, potentially. Which, oh, means I should probably take this guy here. Where's our copy-paste tool? Copy-paste tool. Copy-paste. Yeah, I mean, I definitely had one of these before, right? Oh, here it is. Okay. So it's in here, and it's already loaded with the, It's already loaded with the altar. Okay, so this is good to go. I just need one set of Celestial Gateway ingredients, and then we're going to name this... Let's go name our gateway really quick. I guess we're going to name it Euclides Prime. So name this in here. All right, to the space station we go. All right, so it's time to build a new multi-block up here. Oh, did I build my hologram projector? Okay, that's up here, good. So the way this works, if I recall, does it have guide in here? You'll need a warp controller and the artifact to fly here. Okay, let's make the warp controller first. So warp controller is... I made the ingredients for this a long time ago, by the way, if you're wondering where these came from. So warp controller, we're going to have it up here. It's a cool looking block, multi-block, so that's what the multi-block looks like. Let's just go get all of the stuff, which should all be this stuff right here. So we have the warp controller goes there. Titanium blocks go here, 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 and here. What is on the bottom in the middle? Block of gold. And then more titanium blocks, okay. Is that actually titanium blocks, though? All right, next layer, machine structure, and another block of gold. And then the final layer is input hatch, titanium block, titanium block, titanium block, titanium block. We don't have extra titanium blocks in here, do we? I feel like I've been bamboozled because I don't think the quest told us how many we need. Okay, well, we're gonna go need more titanium blocks. Looks like 7 more titanium blocks. That's not the end of the world. Let's go cook those up really quick. To slash home real quick. Titanium, so 7 times 9 is 63. That is not titanium blocks. Okay, so let's go over here, throw these in our compressor. Not automating these because we're not likely to need more of these. There's our 7 additional titanium blocks. Get back up to our space station. All right, paste, 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 or place, not paste. All right, and our multi-block should form. There we go. And to use this, we have to put dilithium crystals up here. And it starts working. Hey. How do you actually use it? I have no idea. I forgot. So it's eating the dilithium crystals, but we're not going anywhere. So I should probably not put those in there until we figure out how we are actually moving this thing around. Okay, so The warp core doesn't do anything. How do you actually use this thing? Let's see, is there a guide in here? Use it on the warp controller to travel to this world. I feel like that's what I'm doing. Do I drop it in here? Buddy, you need some better instructions than that. Friggin' vague mod. Use it in the warp controller? There's no in the warp controller. Like there's no interface for this. I can't use it in there. Like what do you want me to do? Doesn't go in the input hatch. Be right back. I think there's an extra, well, advanced rocketry. Let me just look at these really quick. Atmosphere detector, planet selector, maybe? Warp controller. Oh, this is the warp controller. Okay, I thought that was the warp controller. This is a warp controller. Silly me. How could I get that mixed up? Alright, let's cook up one of those. What are we missing? We are missing a screen and an advanced circuit. Okay, this is an MV circuit with a diamond lens, so let me grab one of those. And then the user interface is... That's kind of annoying to make. I'm just going to automate it. But this guy, don't put the circuit or the keyboard in there. Goes in the forming press. This has circuit 2 in it already? Sure does. Okay. And then we need the monitor. We don't need that. We have a bunch of those. Okay. So craft that again. Get our circuit over here. Grab our diamond lens really quick. Alright. That's crafting up. And as soon as that's done, we should be able to request this. There we go. Warp controller. Is there no quest for this? Yep. Okay. Actually, wait. Hold on. I'm dumb. Alright, well, there we go. We have a spare warp controller in case we ever have a second space platform. Okay. Alright, warp controller. Let's just stick this over here next to our warp core. So, select planet. There's a lot of planets here. I don't think we want to go to any of them, though. Because we're at Nova. There's Terra. That's where the Void World is. So we're at Terra right now. Nova is where the Overworld is. But we want to go somewhere else entirely. So let's go in here, I think. And then what? Search for planet? Wait, what? How does this work? Instructions unclear. Create a warp core. Okay. Use it in the warp controller. Instructions unclear. How do you use this in the warp controller? We don't want to go to Terra. Be right back 1 second while I look up the advanced rocketry controller advanced rocketry wiki, because I love undocumented stuff. It's so undocumented that the page where it's supposed to be is like expired, so I have to go to the waybackmachine.com to friggin' find the damn web page even. Okay, pulling it up now. And now I'm looking at it. All right, let's see. Okay, so I might just need a planet ID chip here for this to work. Program from chip. Okay, let's go get a planet ID chip. Planet ID chip. That should be stuff we have at our base. Do I already have one by chance? Planet ID chip? I do not. Okay. So let's make one of these. How do you make one of those? Okay, just that. And then basic circuit. How do you make that? Oh, come on. Circuit LB. Once again, we are needing the diamond lens in here. Alright, and now we can make it. Please. Okay. Planet ID chip. Alright, place this in here. Search for planet or program from chip. I don't know, search for planet? I don't know. Why is this not working? Is it like visible here somewhere and I need to find it? Celestia 168. Don't care about those. I don't know if these extra planets are supposed to be in here. I feel like they are not. Planet list. Yeah, we don't really care about those. Like what is going on? Oh, there's Aurelia. Okay. Here's Euclides Prime. Can we go there? Why can't we go there? Select. Fuel cost 1,000. Fuel 3,600. Okay. Why do we need the Euclides Prime artifact though? Oh, okay. It worked now. Alright, there we go. We are now flying through space. Woo! Alright, we're in hyperspace now. I would like to be in hyperspace less, though. Can you speed it up? Can't help but notice that is not speeding it up. Can I just, like, pick this up and... Do we speed up the warp controller, maybe? Nope. Okay, I guess we can't speed this up. Okay, well. Next order of business is going to be getting off onto the planet, and then we will be able to do stuff on the surface of the planet. So we are now above Euclides Prime. So if I go to select planet, we can see we're in a different star system now. There's Stellaria. I wonder what's on like these random planets with their random moons. I'm not gonna like explore on them because there's probably nothing of any value on them. But still. Let me get my healing fragments ready to go here. Because we're about to go in a very hostile place. Don't you know? Outer space is hostile. Let me get my ender pouch here and deposit some stuff I do not need. Like we don't need ritual stone, we don't need a bucket, we don't need smart cables. These dilithium crystals can hang out up here. We don't really need these crystals on us either. Okay. Cleared up some space. Let us go and... up here. Now we get to figure out how to launch our rocket. How do you do this again? Guidance computer. Okay, so we have a Nova chip in here. We don't need the Nova chip. I could probably just overwrite the Nova chip with Euclides Prime, but let me just go down here, and I think we use this to make a select planet. Select. Nope, that is not doing it. Do we do it in our rocket? So guidance computer. I think we have to assemble our rocket. Okay, let's go ahead and scan it. Let's go ahead and build it. I think we need fuel here. Where's all my rocket fuel? Might have it back at home. Let's go back to home really quick. Nice thing about having your space station with a teleporter there is that you can just literally just go over there and just teleport back to it. We don't have to like go through the hyperspace warp again. It's still in the same place. All right, so here we are back above Euclides Prime. Let's go to our rocket over here. And I want to just load it with 1 bucket of fuel because we are really like minimizing the amount of fuel we're using here. I don't think I've linked this before yet. Linked successfully. All right, the fuel's going in. All right, and then we go here. How do you do this again? Select destination. Euclides Prime, select. So in our guidance computer, it's now set to Euclides Prime. Okay. Gonna do a quick backup, just in case, you know, you never know what's gonna happen when you're in outer space. All right, away we go. I hope the backup finished. Probably should have checked that before, huh? Too late now. Alright, welcome to Euclides Prime. To progress further, you will need to build an artificial end portal and visit the end. Who would have thought that's where you visit with an end portal? Alright, just waiting to... The dimension's kind of loading in. This is my first time coming here. And we're just sitting at y equals 1000 for some reason. Are we okay? I love advanced rocketry. It has no bugs. I'm gonna pause and be right back once something happens. All right. Well, it says press space to take off. Destination Euclides Prime. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I am now. Here, let me reconnect and see where it puts me. Oh, there we go. Okay, it was just kind of glitching out. All right. Can I go ahead and disassemble our rocket? No, it's gonna give me that glitch again? Okay. How about this? I'm just gonna fly the rocket back to our spaceship and I'm not gonna disassemble it. Okay. And what is a landing float? Nothing, I guess. Okay, cool. What is this fluid here? Vitriolic copper sulfate. Is it toxic? Doesn't seem to be. I think actually, vitriolic copper sulfate. We need a handful of buckets for this for a few chickens, and then we use it to make sulfuric copper solution, which is used for Vintium. We can get copper out of it. Okay, well, for now, let me just, uh-oh, I forgot I don't have my, my normal boots and stuff. Is this an oxygenated planet? Let's see, take off my helmet. Oh yeah, this planet has an atmosphere. Okay, we're safe here. There's a laser creeper over there, great. So let me get to the shore and I will build my gateway and then I'm gonna swim back over here and take the rocket back up to the station. So be back in a moment. Okay, I'm almost at the shore and this T-Rex is ready to get me. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, let's go ahead and paste our gateway. Boop. Go ahead and paste this. It really is that easy. I'm going to go back to Nova and get my regular armor so I can move more quickly. Where is Euclides Prime? There it is. All right, and then let's go fly our rocket back to the space station. Select destination. Uh-oh. I forgot. We actually need the space station chip to get back to our station. Hold up. Hope we have that at home. We also dump this liquid starlight. Station. Oh, good. We do have Station 1, a copy of Station 1 chip. Can I, like, duplicate this or something? Nope. Okay. Don't lose this chip. It's our only copy. Euclides Prime is over here. Oh, it's dark here. Jeez. Turn on night vision. Alright, go in the guidance computer. Stick that in there. And back to Station 1 we go. I'm just gonna cut this. It's, you know, it's a rocket launch. Whoop-de-doo, right? Like, we rocket launch. Alright, and, we are back here, and once again, nothing is happening. I think what I need to do, basically, though, is I need to wait for the rocket to touch down, and then it's going to say, oh, press space to unmount, and then I need to relog at that point. Or maybe I can just do /home. Anyways, I'll be back once something pops up. Okay. We are out of here. Can I, like, get off the rocket? Nope. Okay, can I do /home? Is this going to break something? Buddy. Why have you done this? Can we disassemble the rocket? Please let me disassemble it. Alright. Due to the bugginess of this mod, I'm just going to, once again, spawn a new rocket in. This uses monopropellant fuel engines ×2. There's a seat. There's a guidance computer. There's a fuel tank, monoprop fuel tank, and then I need to get my space station chip out of here. Yoink. Alright, so don't do /home if you're in the rocket. Good to know. And now to actually get this out of here, because we can't disassemble it. We can't break it with anything. COFH, kill all rocket. Goodbye, rocket. Very annoying, man. I do not like that mod. It is consistently buggy. Alright, let me go put my spaceship back on my space platform, which is where it should have landed. Like, I lost my fuel, whatever fuel is left in my space shuttle. Which, like, at this point, I don't really care about, but... Alright, that's everything that was in there. There's a planet ID chip. Okay. Let's go check out Euclides Prime for a bit. And I also got this for picking up some of the copper sulfate. Yoink. Just gonna grab a bunch of this right here. Alright. Good stuff. So what is good on this planet? Well, there's a new planet means new veins. And what is this tree? We have a light wood. Does light wood do anything for us? So light wood is... We can make light wood planks. We can do all the normal stuff you can do with wood. And it doesn't seem like there is anything else unique to that, so get out of here. What is that? Oh, lightwood sapling. It is kind of a cool tree, though. Like, does this tree grow out of one sapling? Well, we can't twerk to grow it. Let's go ahead and get our... Oh, hey, there's a dungeon over here. You know what? Maybe we do a little bit of dungeon crawling on camera. I haven't really done that on camera too much. Let's go ahead and trash that. What do I want to do here? Let me put this wand away. Our mana tablet's halfway full, so I need to be cautious of that. I wanted to get out my prospecting tool so we can kind of take a look at what we have. So we have air and Ignis. We have aqua and terra. Kind of odd veins over here. Here we have air, diamond, quartzite, chromite. Oh, chromite is good if we're gonna start needing chrome. Can we get chromite? Chromite ore comes from Euclides Prime. Can I see ore veins that are only on Euclides Prime? Like, can I search by Euclides Prime? I don't think I can. Don't you see I'm, like, looking at ore veins, Mr. Spider? Very rude spiders. Alright, let's go look over here. So this is a dungeon, obviously. Hey, why did they knock off my AE2 room with the factory and laboratory blocks? Alright. Oh, and there's shulkers here. Great. I love that. We can get some shulker shells. I think also shulker is a data model if we want to make that. What is shulker matter used for? Shulker shells, which are used for some stuff that we may want at some point. I don't really like need shulker shells for anything. This package crafting machine proxy. I don't really know much about this package auto mod. Alright, for now, let's just do some dungeon crawling here without worrying too much about stuff. Really what I'm looking for is the... You know what? I will go back and just go ahead and get a data model. Why not? There are shulkers here. And this is our chance to get a shulker data model, so let's do it. So shulker data model. We don't have a blank data model. Oh, great. We don't have any of that stuff anymore automated. We still need... What do we need here? Mana steel screws. I'm just going to make a handful of mana steel screws just in case we need them again. Alright. Put the... I lost the screws. Are these bolts used for anything? They are not. Okay. Lathe all the bolts then. Alright, let's get our data model. And then for the shulker. There we go, shulker data model. And then we need, what does this go in again? Learn... Yeah, that's a deep learner. Go ahead and toss that in there. And now we will be getting shulker data model. Let's go back to Euclides Prime is over there. Hey there. So there actually ended up being quite a lot in this episode. To cut things short, after I got to Euclides Prime, I went around, I got some Vintium, I explored the dungeon a bit, and just like kind of ran around aimlessly for like a good 40 minutes, and then I'm like, whoa, I've been recording for way too long. So I'm doing a different outro here, and I'm just going to be cutting that footage entirely just because it's like way too much of not really all that much happening. So with that said, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying this series, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Post editing Godel here, and when I mean cutting the footage, I mean I'm gonna leave it after the end of the episode here, just super fast forwarded. So feel free to watch Chipmunk sound and all. See ya.